Hello and welcome back to Perseverance Part 2. On the last episode, we managed to make it to the hospital. However, we are not able to meet Jane directly. There's also the issue that Brock, I believe, is the deputy's name, who has seized our car and blackmailed us into a date. So, stuck between a rock and a hard place, but we'll see how things turn out. That's the only option we have, to be fair, but may as well get into it. I'm standing alone outside the hospital in a strange city. Ooh, hitting the wrong button. Gotta click. The target is so close, almost at arm's length, and yet so unimaginably far away. I watch Brock, with a fake smile, drive away with my car. I'm grounded. More than that, I'm in deep trouble. I'm running out of medication, and on top of that, I'm about to have a conversation with the agency. I should make a new plan, like Dave taught me. All I want is a cold beer at the bar. Just how do I get there? The phone buzzes. I feel concerned again. Cornered again. I look at the screen. Unknown number. So it's not the agency. Should I answer it? I don't see a reason not to. Always save. All these saves we have made. Yeah. Page number 6. Anyway, answer it. I press the green button, and I know I will regret it. Stranger. Stamp. You know what I want. The voice. The nun's cold voice. Impeccably pressed habit. The ruler and ice-cold eyes. I look in vain for sympathy in them. It's obviously save in every option. Oh, I didn't hit save, I hit load, didn't I? There we go. I don't answer anything. You're a failed tramp, Stamp. Nothing's going to come from you. You always fail. Not just me. Anyone who's stupid enough to believe in you. You're worthless street trash. Yeah, worthless street trash. That's where you belong, among the human trash. I freeze. I struggle to swallow my saliva. I don't know what to say. It takes a moment before I snap out of my dazed state. I look at the blank display. An empty call history. Karen, get a grip of yourself. You really don't have much time. I finish my cigarette. I guess I should be more careful about smoking. But on the other hand, I don't think I'll live to see retirement. I stare at the tree line. The lights of Grey Ville flashing in the distance. The hospital lies off the side, surrounded by woods. A damn long walk awaits me. More likely a motel than a bar. I don't think I have the energy to do any socializing. The door to the hospital opens, and out walks the girl from the front desk, the other nurse. What was her name? Oh yes, Ellen. She's pretty and beautiful, though now sad. What? Though now sad eyes. I want to meet her right away. She wears a wig. I can see it from a distance. No hair has that color. Doesn't reflect the light. Like that. No, just that it's style like that. But it doesn't matter. I bloody love her hair anyway. She looks at me and smiles, and certainly. Hey, you out of there so fast? That was your car, right? What? Anyway, you out of there so fast. We'll happily send out grievances for Brock. It seems like he has a history. Yeah, Brock's an idiot. The deputy sheriff, have you met him yet? That person doesn't understand the word no. He made a route pass, got kicked out. He's getting revenge. It's just like him. Did you have a run-in with him too? But hey, at least I'm in for a pretty pleasant walk into town. Through the woods. It's very healthy. Come on, I'll give you a ride. Thank you. A pretty girl offers a ride? I don't mind. She keeps looking at me. Does she like me too? Well, who did you run into, Grey Ville? What? Who did you run into in Little Grey Ville, Karen? So what are you doing here, pretty stranger? Oh, I think I hit the spot. Pretty stranger? Is that how you flirt with everyone? What a fairy tale am I going to tell her? Keep the story consistent. Looking for my sister. I'm looking for my sister. Half-sister, but she's still blood. All the way in Grey Ville? Well, yes, it surprises everyone. Long story. I don't think it's that engaging, and partly depressing. In short, bad company, bad guys, bad girls. She ended up on the trip of the with the entire Mendeleev's array in her veins. Cool. I'm assuming that's a type of leaf, right? I feel sorry for you. Everyone has a burden, right? The girl pulls her lips together in a grimace of sadness, and I just realized what I said. Immediately, she appears in my mind, so helpless, so empty-looking in her damn eyes. Where do you want to go, Karen? And what would you suggest, Ellen? She smiles sadly. We have only one motel, so I guess that's that, right? How about we, in exchange for your help, I buy you a beer. There's also a bar here, right? I don't know if I should, and you... just one beer. You have lovely eyes, you know. She smiles and nods slightly. I remind myself that Bob is waiting for me there. But that would be a problem Karen will face in a moment. This place looks run down. It's a poor quality place, with rusty cars and neglected choppers parked in front of it. Some might call this place atmospheric, but there's nothing romantic about a drunken brawl or a smashed head from a random punch. Newcomers know that you shouldn't be alone in such places. Unless you're Karen Stamp. Ellen disappeared somewhere. I saw her on the phone. Who'd you be calling at this hour? I guess it's something important. I glanced at the display to check the time. A missed call. I guess it really is. The agency. I missed it. We had such a pleasant conversation in the car. Nothing bad will happen if I call back in the moment with Jane already. A finger hovers over the button. If we call them, we obviously let them know the situation, keep them updated. It'll be a little better than being reprimanded. If we don't call them, but if we call them, then also someone's gonna interrupt us. If we don't call them, it could be worse. I think we should call them and take the hit that someone's gonna interrupt us. Did I save here? I did. I'm gonna call them. I press the button and hear the call tone. Stamp, where have you been? I was busy with the mission. Little lie. Not in any way affecting our cooperation. What about Jane? Some complications arose. What kind of stamps? I still can't get through to the target. I'll do it in the morning. I've made a plan. It will take it some time. Is that all? Tell them the truth. I lost my car. Be more specific, Stamp. It was taken by the local deputy sheriff. A terrible person. Whatever I do. Find out why the sheriff wanted to keep you in town. This is your last chance. I'm seeing anyway. I'll push the door. I pushed the door and a cloud of smoke against me. The stenches of cheap tobacco. Acts painfully and pinches my nose. Yeah. I can just feel these questions. What are you doing here, doll? Are you lost? What are you looking for, city girl? I don't feel like darts. I sit down at the narrow corner and order a beer. It's so watered down that I feel like I'm drinking flavored water. That's the worst. I noticed the gaze of a drifter in a camouflage jacket staring at me. A soldier from the base? I guess so. It'd be good if he gets back to his table, but that doesn't seem to be happening. He moves towards me. I can tell the alcohol-saturated breath from the distance. Thank you, Thomas. How do we know your name already? Hey, beautiful. What are you doing here alone? Have all the guys lost their minds in this town? First the sheriff's deputy with the tow truck, now the army guy. There's something wrong with uniforms. You're talking to me? Why? Do you see some other pretty girl, little one? Sure. I do find it interesting. His icon in the corner shows the good side of his cheek, whereas obviously the sprite introduces us to the scar he has immediately. Also, obviously, he's got a much more playful face as the sprite, whereas his icon is very much more stern. Shall I buy you a beer, or shall we go straight to my steed? A night ride with is good for the libido, you know. Cool. Go have a nice ride and. Put them down gently. So I'm gonna say you're confusing me with someone else. You know, I think you're confusing me with someone else, dude. No, I don't think so. You see that uniform? Do you know what it means? You did poorly in high school, huh? Enlighten me, or give it up. Look, you can't do that. Get some beer and we'll talk. I have a lot of advantages, you know. My tongue. Let's put it this way. I'm not just talkative, if you know what I mean. I didn't ask for that. Also, seems I've chosen the violent option. I think I know. Tempting offer, but no. Hopefully if we say that sarcastically enough, people understand. You know what? You know you're tempting, but no. Just leave me alone, okay? I'm sure you'll find someone else for fun. His gaze changes instantly. Just a moment ago, he was looking at me as if I were a high-end commodity. Now, pure primal anger. A princess with a heart of ice, huh? I'm totally fine if we don't, lady. Okay. He stands up, staggers slightly, and walks away. The gesture he showed me can only be described as vulgar. I sighed with relief. I was afraid that it would go so much worse. Yeah, it usually does. Another idiot floated away, though the last fool backfired on me because I lost my car. But this guy's from the military base. Base, target, Murphy. Damn, Miss Karen. And it could have been a little simpler. The access card or whatever they have, the information about the posts, and you wouldn't even have to go to bed with him. You're complicating everything for yourself. Why? It could go easier. Instead, you still don't know anything. What about your dates? Bob's still not here. If he doesn't show up in a quarter of an hour, he's burned. It's good that he's got his business, his station, but Karen Stamps rarely waits. What about Ellen? She hasn't come inside yet, but her car's parked in front of the bar. She was talking, but is she still talking? Maybe I should go look for her. But the bar doors opens again. And who do my eyes see? Damn deputy sheriff. Our eyes meet for a second, he ironically winks at me. Oh hey, well, you made it. Did that chick catch your eye? Unbelievable. He spits in my direction, the bartender yells something, but clearly doesn't want to mess with the soldier, and honestly, I'm not surprised. Are they siblings? Are they family in some way? In the end, he's the customer who will stay. I'm the one who will leave. I know something about that. I'll tell you a funny story, if you want. I'll just get something to drink. I'm dry as hell. Bartender, 2 large beers. Let me guess, about the Ice Princess? They sit down so I can hear them. Is it on purpose? I doubt it. I can still feel their gaze at the back of my, on my back though. It's like I'm in the spotlight. Well, boys, praise me. I'm waiting. Look, I wanted to go out with her too. She had a case for the sheriff, but the old man's rarely at his place. Yeah, it is. I saw him twice at the base. Well, there you go. And I hit on her politely, liar. And you know me. It's hard for me to resist making a date. I mean, what's a poor girl like her got to do alone in Grey Ville? And you call that politely? I don't think they realize I can still hear them. Why was the sheriff at the base? Interesting question. I'll definitely want to know the answer. And Jill probably wasn't around. You just wanted to help her, of course. She blew you off? She taunted me and lied to Jill. But get this, they don't teach traffic signs in big cities. No, what are you talking about? The honest truth, she drove up to the hospital, parked in a no parking sign, so... And who has the car... Who has her car in the parking lot? The princess had to move on foot. And she was so mouthy. I'm gonna keep listening, because they're gonna keep talking. Yeah, I could get involved now, take them down a peg, raise them to the ground. But what and that would probably feel amazing. But they're talking about about interesting things. One of the first rules Agent Stamps is learn the rule of silence. Rule number 2: keep your mouth shut and let the others externalize themselves. Well, she's got a nice body, and now that she's sitting all alone with no one, she's probably bored. But she probably won't say it outright. You know, I could use a break from Hal and Jill. She keeps you on a short leash, doesn't she? You know, the sheriff's sitting up there, talking to that civilian doctor. The honcho, it's funny. How they have something in common. Maybe they're playing pickup sticks, because Hal likes petite blondes, I know that I know. Twice he's gone to the casino across the river. In the reserve, I'm always wanted to go there. Expensive people, and nothing special. He wised up once he'd lost his whole salary in one night. It's good to make that he makes money on the side, and also lets me, because you know, money is money, and it's hard for everyone, I know. That chick wasn't trying to bribe you. She wanted to, yes, but she couldn't. The sheriff forbade it, and he himself ordered her to legally or not. What? Ordered to get her. Okay. I had to think about that. Sorry. She has to stay here until the morning. What idiots! Really, it makes me feel unfair to find out about the conspiracy through the conversation of two drunk morons. I won't apologize for the great opportunity. It gets better and better. The sheriff and the egghead from the base. I wonder who that might be. Karen. Do you have any pics? They work together, so probably knows about me being here. A trap, but if you know about it, you can get it out. You can get out of it, or at least don't fall deeper. The bartender looks on expectantly. The dirty glass showed the bottom. What would I like? I'm tempted to buy whiskey, something stronger to drown out my thoughts. Just my unfortunate medication. Mixing comes out very, very bad. Is it worth the risk? Give us Coke. Coke, please. Always Coke. No? We're on business. He looks at me as if it means he doesn't understand, but immediately shrugs his shoulders. It's none of his business. Get a warm bottle. Yeah, what could I expect? I mean, a warm bottle of Coke, not that bad. I know people like the drinks cold. Room temp, or even slightly. Well, actually not slightly. Just as long as it's not ice cold, and as long as it's not hot. Good enough for me. I'm a room temp kind of person. Get a warm bottle. Yeah, that's a wise choice, Karen. Very wise. Or do you wish I wasn't reckless? Sometimes it's good to give up control and have fun. Door squeaks. Someone new? Oh, she's crying. Oh no. Yes, Ellen. She looks sad, even depressed. Did she resent me for not going out to get her? She doesn't look in my direction. Her guy's fixed on the door. She's holding the hem of her blouse in her hand. What's on her mind? She sits down alone, orders a vodka on the rocks. She didn't look like the type. Drinks quickly to the bottom, and then another round. I think she wants to be left alone, though. I'll wait for Bob. Ellen's clearly avoiding me, but at the same time, she's here at the bar. But before I can gather myself to explain the situation, the drunk soldier appears. Oh hey gorgeous, are you alone? Looks like you are. What's this about? You could use the company. Also, I see that his scar has flipped. Listen, I'll buy you a drink right now, and then show you my machine. What do you think? I'd rather be alone, sorry. I don't feel very well. Do something, a little voice in my head says. Do something safer. Get away from this idiot. But I don't do anything. So what? Next round's on me, baby. You know, I feel like you could use a real man. These people just... If you're at the bar, go, you know, talk to the bartender, get alcohol. That's what the whole point of a bar is. Especially, the whole point is, well, you can physically see that she is not happy, so why make your intentions so clear? At least support the lady. Ellen shakes her head, but the guy doesn't care. He stands over her, bent over, like a fox over a poor mouse. Yeah, he's about to tear her apart. Aye. Well, let's sell, baby. You're just going to have to hold on to me tight and don't fall. After that, probably motel, huh? Ellen peeks around the room, looking for a rescue. No one is budging. Brocky's sitting against the wall, seemingly indifferent, sinking to his mug. It would be foolish to assume that he would do something against his friend. Or such a situation is happening in front of him for the first time. Ellen's eyes meet mine. I see a voiceless plea for rescue, for help. I turn my head away. I would have to attack Thomas. And that's not an option. What are you going to do, Karen? That's great. That's the last thing I need. I want to help, personally. I feel like it is our job to help. Or what should we do? And what do you think I should do, Dave? I stare hard. He doesn't look away. He even smiles. Doesn't look like a smile. After all, I taught you how to cope. Oh, I remember. Mission is always priority, rules over everything. Everything, even the things you love. Right, Dave? You're mixing up your statements. You said the mission is important, and this, if I help her, I'm putting these people at risk. They don't like me anyway. You want me to add to the burden? No, the real Dave would have said stick to the plan. You're not him. For a second there is disappointment in his eyes, and then he disappears immediately, as if he was never here. Very good. I take another sip and clear my head. Damn Dave, he didn't show up before. Not that often. What could this really mean? One little trip, and your nightmares stay with you forever. Some even catch up to you years after, and apparently stay. Always right next to you, only waiting for a good moment to strike, like vultures. Are my remorses that strong? I guess that's what this is all about. My vultures have eyes of the people I've killed or let down. Thanks to them, an unhealed wound can open up at any time. It's a shame just how it is. Hi Bob. At the front of the door opens and wait. The front door opens. I don't know. I lost count. Anyway, one more time. In it, a massive silhouette is in a checkered shirt appears. Bob. I can see him eyeing me. He smiles for a moment and then becomes tense when he sees Ellen. Bob. Hey baby. You not on duty today? Everything okay? You're in trouble, are you? Tackles Thomas with his eyes. Look, dude. I don't know what your problem is, but this girl's with me. Why don't you back off? Owen, is that true? Hope fills the nurse's eyes. No, I don't want to. I got an idea, buddy. You get out here and give my friend some privacy, will you? Oh, what, friend? It's going to be nasty, and you don't want it to be like that. As he get up under his wall, he hiccups and slams some smoke under the counter. Bob, ha! Did you crawl out of your hole? Well, get out, will you? One already turned you down, loser. Get back to Jill before she kicks you out for good. Brock, his radio comes to life. Someone is calling him to the station. That leaves Thomas alone, who suddenly shrinks. Where were we, sucker? What are you gonna... will you go away? I don't like the image there was of Bob. I feel like Alan and I are in danger. The only difference is that I'm trained to handle this. Thomas, pale and unsure, leaves, and Bob sits down at the bar and orders a beer. Guess I should say something, but my phone rings again. Unknown number. Sure, why not? Answer it. With my heart in my mouth, I press the green button. At first, I hear crackling in the speaker. Then, that voice. Are you there, girl? I am. I absolutely don't know why I'm doing this. You can't do anything. You can't help now. This hussy, just like you couldn't for yourself. You deserve to be punished again, wench. You should suffer again. Is she right? I hang up the phone with a sweaty palm from fear. The screen is blank and no trace of a call. Take another sip. The chances... Where? Okay. Anyway. I guess I have to choose who I talk to. Sorry, Bob. Don't kind of risk it. This girl's looking at me a little scared, maybe disappointed. Bob waits cheerfully. I leave the ball and sit next to Alan. Bob would order another Coke. I'm not in the mood for anything stranger. May I? She looks at me trustingly. Yeah, sure. Look, is she trying to apologize to me? I hope not. I acted like a coward, so I'm attack you and did nothing. After all, I wasn't expecting. I'd say lay on the apology one, okay. I was an idiot, I know that. Maybe a little. I'll buy you a beer. And you can tell me about it. Hey Karen, good to see you. Hi Bob, you want a beer? Maybe I'll spend the evening with him after all, those muscles. But then I'd leave Ellen. I mean, she kinda needs the help, to be fair. Hey, thanks, but I'll stay with Ellen, you know? We have some talking to do. But I thought, I'll stop by tomorrow, Bob, when I leave. I'm sorry, Bob. He leaves. Alright. Wait, already let him bright. Totally not what he expected, I understand. Do you know, Bob? You guys were supposed to meet? Oh, so many conversation options. Yeah, I met him at the station. We were talking about my sister. He helped me a lot. And shouldn't you have met with him? Yeah, I kind of would admit it's not as important as compared to you getting attacked. Oh, Ellen, don't make me play this game. I don't want to come off as that kind of girl, although I undoubtedly am. Let me use a good old lie. He said that there's a bar here, and he would be here tonight. It's hard to see it as a promise. I guess so. But she doesn't seem convinced. Let's show interest, maybe? Why are you sad? It's because of that soldier. You're twisting things, my dear. You already said. Worried when he came in. Why? So we're getting a beat anyway. Okay. She takes it and sighs heavily. Are you sure you want to listen to this? I think this shall be the last. choice, which we'll save here, and we'll get it all next time. Well, actually, cause I was going to say yes, but I'm thinking about it, and what if she doesn't want to tell us to begin with? I don't know. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully I can see you in the next one. With that, goodbye.